So I have this plane and I'm going to shading and I'm going to rearrange these panels, and here I will give a new material to it. And along with this, what I did was I went on website and I looked out for a logo which has the black and white, and then with the help of some softwares I created a transparent image of this thing. For those who don't know, this gray and white color checkered pattern is called as transparency. That's how it's being denoted. So this is going to be visible and this is not going to be visible. So the next point is going to be alpha. The main aim of alpha is to make something completely transparent or to make them completely visible. So I will bring this image over here and the color will be dropped into color, which will give us this thing, and the alpha, which is transparency, that will define the transparency of this material. And what I can do is I can reduce the roughness and I will get this kind of material. So what you can also do with this thing is just let me scale this thing up, GZ, bring it a little bit down, and I will go to final render mode and I will select this thing and say it to emit light and a bit of bluish light. But this kind of thing is only visible in cycles. Then we will come to rendering engine, we will go to cycles, and here we will go to GPU, and the maximum samples we are going to keep it at 10 and denoise it, and voila! What? Let me switch this light off, GZ. So it's completely going to give me a transparent, a very different kind of style. Let me reduce the world light completely. So that's how it's going to be visible. Isn't it nice? It is so nice. You know what else we can do with the help of this thing? Let me come over here to the texture paint, create in the object mode another mesh, G Shift Z, I will keep it over here, GZ, I will keep it over here, and I'm going to give this a texture which I'm going to paint it using the texture paint option. So in the texture slots we are going to learn about this. I'm just going to show you the power of alpha channel. Base color, and here I want it to be completely black, means nothing to be visible. That's how it's going to be. And then I'm going to use this thing as a texture. I am using square bracket to reduce the size, and here I will use white paint to paint on this thing. So what is the power of this thing? Like for example, let me keep a straight line over here, come to shading, nothing's so nice about this thing, but what I can do with this thing is I can select this texture and go to emission and increase its strength, and then I'm going to use the color of this texture, which is black and white. I want the white to be shining, so the color will be going into the alpha. Control Shift click. What? Yeah, that's what. So what is the power of this thing? What's so great about this thing? So what I can do is I can go back in texturing mode, texture paint, and I can just paint white paint over here. So I will come back to viewport shading mode and I will create some eyes over here and then come back to render mode. What? Why I am going to solid mode is that if I try to paint over here, nothing is visible, but if I come to solid mode, the smile is visible, and then if I go back to rendering mode, the smile is visible. It's not real time currently, but it will get there if you start donating to this website. What you can do is you can go to the website's donate button, and there you can donate as much as you want to all the different softwares which are listed on that donate page on this same website. So that is the power of alpha channel. You can either be laughing with a very happy smile, or you can have a sinister smile. And you know what? Alpha channel is just like your soul. The darker your soul is, nothing will be visible even if we are very close to those souls. But if we are farther away, even if your imprint is very small on the world, but you have a very bright soul, you will leave a mark. And believe me with that. Brought to you by
blenderjob.com.